Play full game. Entering team select screen. The New England Patriots, the home team, are selected. Ready.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill as utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Dolphins and the Patriots, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Entering play call screen.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Entering play call, Coach Arches. On plan, there are 8 cat. Player, there are 8 cat. Formation, there are I form. Single back. Play type, option, run. Insert page, zone split WK.
Ready. Ready, go!
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua.
Triangle button.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
Entering.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This defense for the Pats, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 66 yards. And the Dolphins need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Play call, special teams, you had 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. Leading them out, the second-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, and getting underneath stuff, you got to go and make the tackle right away.
We got to be big time now. Let's go. Let's go, man. Get ready. Get ready. Hey, what we got?
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division. Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Play call, inside handle, HPA's power. Dodge. Run. Pass. Quick pass. Errors. Y stick.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Cross button.
Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
Entering play call. Quick Y stick. Run. Pass. Quick standard shotgun pass. Play action. Puff lard. Puff sprint. Pagoo core. Pa wide drag reel. Putty flood. Pa cross switch. Pagoo slide. Pagoo corner post. Pa deep out.
Off a play action. Tagovailoa. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Entering play call. Puff lard the stretch. Puff sprint HD flat. Play run. Counter. Draw. Counter. Counter weak. AHD counter WK. CNTR WK.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Cross button.
McCaffrey on the counter. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Dolphins at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Play action, now it's Tua. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. They can barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again. Christian Barmore providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. The deep to return it is Marcus Jones. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 4 catches, 54 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now Jones. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Now Hill to return it. A nice little juke.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. And they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Ready.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
79 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Entering play call, QB run, FB run, draw. Play type, there are 8 categories. There are formation, player, unplanned, player, Tyreek Hill, Mike Gesicki, Jalen Waddle, Jalen, 4 verticals, flanker drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cross button.
Tua going to throw.
Cross button.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Entering play call for verticals, flanker drive, across switch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Triangle.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Cross-cutting.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Screen pass. AHP's play action pass. Off Florida stretch.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua completes it to the tight end Smythe. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Counter, their pitch. Outside hand, inside handoff. AHP's power.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Entering play call, kick FGY shut, on plan. There are 8 categories. Throw a kick is selected. Player, there are formation. Play type, there are option, run. Inside handoff, AHP's power.
Ready.
Here we go with McCaffrey, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on
Entering
that
play
one.
call. Coach suggests. On plan. There are player. There are formation. I form. Sing. Special team. Play type. Option. Special. Pass. Quick. Y stick.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Two are going to try and throw for it.
Square button.
That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. Oh, boy. Christian McCaffrey shaken up. So hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected. Entering call challenge play is selected. Call timeout is selected. Instant replay. Resume. Quick game is selected. Options. Coaching. Pop-up. Medical center is selected. Entering injury. Player name T. Armstead. Player name C. McCaffrey. Position HG. Injury type back spasms. Injury length will return soon. Injury length out for season. Injury type torn pectoral. Position LT. Player name T. Armstead. Entering franchise. Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath. Settle down and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Jones. That's caught by Myers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get 34 yards there.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught inside the 10.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Harris will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score.
so. It's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Nick Folk for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams, we have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Play type, personnel, there are 8 categories. 2 RB bar, 2 key bar, 1 WR. 2 RB bar, 3 key bar, 0 WR. 3 RB bar, 2 key bar, 0 WR. 2 RB bar, 1 key bar, 2 WR. Close, hockey thread.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Cross button.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Covered flow. AHP ISO.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Well, this run defense gets an F so far. This guy carved them to shreds in the first quarter of play. He's already hit the 100-yard mark.
Entering play call, coach suggests, kick punt off tackle, punt. Kick punt off tackle. Punt land, there are 8 category. Coach suggestions, there are 8 category. Punt land, there are 8. Player, there are 8 category. Formation, there are 8 category. Play type, there are 8. Option. Run. Pass. Run. Draw, there are 7 categories. You have 3 options. HP draw selected.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter.
Coach suggests punt land, there player, there formation, there are 8. Play type, there are option, run. Draw, there are counter, pitch. Outside hand, inside handoff, AHP ace power.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
63 options. AHPA's zone split up. AHPM.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pick up at 9 yards on 1st down.
When you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. McCaffrey running up the middle. And some room to maneuver.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 132 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 63 options. AHPA's power.
Let's go. Every day, let's go.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Cross button.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Entering play call.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Play type, formation. There are 8 category. Player. There are 8. 2 Taco. Cedric Wills. Alec Ingo. Christian. Tyreek Hill. Mike Gesicki. Jalen Waddle. 4 verticals. Flanker drive. 4 spacing switch. 4 flanker drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Cross button.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
Cross button.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Entering play call, Jalen Waddle. You have 4 verticals, flanker drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Square button.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Cedric Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This time, the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
Call, special teams, you have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium.
They'll start on the ground with Harris.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. It's not often you see trades within a division, but that's just what happened with Devontae Parker. Spent 7 years in a Dolphins uniform, but was traded to these Patriots back in April. And he makes a catch there against his former mates.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Jones throwing on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And caught by Henry. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw again.
And this pass broken up.
Entering play
the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 18. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
So they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Jalen Waddle. 4 verticals. Spacing switch. Verticals under. Cross button.
On second and 7. Tua to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Entering play call, Jalen. Entering franchise. Instant replay. Resume. Quit game is. Options. Coaching. Pop-up. Medical center is selected. Entering. Injury. Player name T. Armstead. Player name C. Williams. Position C. Injury type abdominal tear. Injury length TBD. Entering play call, Jalen Waddle, 4 verticals. Player, there are 8. Formation, there are 8 cap. Play personnel, there are 8 cap. Play type, there option. Run, pass. With pass, there are Y stick.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
R1 button.
Now Tua.
Circle button. Cross button.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Entering play call, Y stick. Play, run. Inside, HPA's power.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give.
R2 button.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And even 150 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Entering play call, inside handoff, there are 7 cat, HPA's power.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's McCaffrey.
R1 button.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit
Entering
on the defensive side to start making plays.
HPA's power. Cross button.
This is McCaffrey.
Triangle button.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and
as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Entering play call inside AHPA's power.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Cross button.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Play call inside.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Button.
McCaffrey.
Button.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6.
Cross button.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
Entering play call,
3 already for
suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options.
Sanders now to have the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. We'll get another look at Devontae Parker and the Patriot offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, Jones. Complete, Hunter Henry with the grab. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Second and 9. Back to throw. Jones right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Let's go now, let's go. It's game time. What's the deal, y'all?
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Well, there you see it, a hat trick of touchdowns, and we're in the first half. I'm betting that he was over there saying, feed me.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I got to eat.
There is no doubt, and he's real hungry right now, isn't he? I mean, let's be honest about the whole thing. We don't have to be on the field to understand what he's telling everyone. Give me the ball. We're locked in with the offensive line. They're taking care of business, and I'm finishing things off.
Well, heck, he might be able to turn this into an historic event. We'll see.
Cross-cutting.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And some room to work. Shifts by him. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Entering play call, inside handoff. There's AHPA's power.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, Miami. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
Sanders on for the extra point.
That attempt is selected.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout is going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, fun plan, there are 8 player, there are 8 category, formation, there, I form, single back. Play type, option, run, pass, quick pass, Y stick.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now here's another carry for Harris. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
A loss of 10 yards. Brings up 4th down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And this returnable for Hill. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here. And it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Entering play call. Entering instant challenge super sim stats coaching. Pop-up medical center is selected. Entering in player name M. Gasitsky. Player name C. Wilkins. Position Ray. Injury type elbow sprain. Injury length 1 quarter. Injury length 1 quarter. Injury type bruised knee. Position T. Player name M. Gasitsky. Player name C. Williams. Position C. Injury type abdominal tear. Injury length TBD. Entering friend. Entering play call. Inside hand. AHP ace power. Play type. Option. Run. Pass. Quick pass. Standard pass. Shotgun pass. Play action. Puff lower the strip. Puff sprint HB flat. Pabu corner post.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action. Here's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
R1 button.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Cross button.
That one complete to Hill. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Entering play call. Florida stretch. Play type. Formation. There are 8 category. Play type. There. Run. Pass. Play Florida. Shotgun pass. Keep curl. Dagger. Cross button. Cross
Two
button.
to throw again.
R1 button.
Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
Play action. Pass sprint H. Boot corner post.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Play action. Now it's Tua.
R1 button.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Entering play call. Florida strip. Wide drag wheel. Florida. Sprint HB flat. Boot corner post.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Square button. Triangle button.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
At this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Jones setting up the screen. Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Special block management. Special team block management. Fix spike. Spike. Fix spike. Fix spike for Eugene Heel.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
Entering play
so we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. A.J. Green, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Quarterback Justin Fields with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. J.K. Dobbins, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And this has been an absolute clinic in how to run the football. Over 200 yards on the ground just in the first 2 quarters alone. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Defend medium pass.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, The guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it in.
Entering franchise, instant replay, resume, quit game, option, coaching. Pop, medical center is selected. Entering, player name T. Armstead, player name C. Williams. Position C, injury type abdominal tear. Injury length TBD. Injury length out for season. Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Entering play call, play type. There are 8 categories. There are 2 subcategories. Option is set to clock management. 5 plays. You have 5 options. Special is selected. Pass. Run. Outside handoff. Inside. QB. Inside hand. AHP ace power.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Cross button.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. It's a pretty strong running there. It's going to take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Nice way to start the drive. Again, 12 on the first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Entering play call, inside handoff. Play type, formation. There are 8 player. There are 8 categories. There are 8 categories. Run inside is selected. Run inside. AHP ace power. Zone split WK.
Let's play now, baby. Let's play.
Cross button.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Wilson, Alec Ingold, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Mike Gesicki, Jalen Waddle. 4 verticals. Spacing switch. Verticals under. Space 4 flanker drive.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw.
Cross button. Circle button.
Able to shake him off.
Button.
But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dietrich Wise. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
It's a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to
R1
throw.
button. R1 button.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw. Jones.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes it to Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
They'll look to throw again.
That swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Entering play call. Entering instant call. Challenge play. Super Sims. Stats. Coaching. Pop-up. Medical center is selected. Enter. Player names. Player name be Scarlet. Position lobe. Injury type chest. Injury length TBD. Injury length TBD. Injury length out for season. Entering play call. Jalen Watt for verticals. Player. There are 8. Formation. There are 8. Play type. There are 8. Option. Run. Inside handoff. AHDA's power.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
There are 6 standard pass, shotgun pass. Play action pass, shotgun pass, keep curls, dagger, bench switch, Dolphins curl post.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cross button.
Looking to pass.
Triangle
Tua.
button. Square button.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Entering play, keep curls. Play, run. Pitch, Dolphins zone toss. Dolphins zone toss, outside, inside, AHDA's power.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 63 options. HB inside zone is selected. Cross button.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
R2 button.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7. Entering friend, instant call, chat, super stats, coaching, pop-up medical center is selected. Player name be Scarlet. Patriots selected. Position. Player name no injured players. Dolphins select. Player name A. Jackson. Position RT. Injury type elbow. Injury length TBD. Injury length TBD. You have entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 cat HB ace power.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
R2 button.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Sanders on for the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. New England's offense set to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 36, Jones. This one to Bourne out on the left side.
Entering
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Pass complete once again to Bourne. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second down at 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Back to throw again. And this is Parker, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
R2 button.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. I've got to slow down the running.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the pass. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Play action, puff floor, pusker, pabu corner, pawai drag wheel, pabu corner, post.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Cross button.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Entering play call, play action pass, there, shotgun pass, standard pass, quick pass. Play type, there, from a, player, plan, player, there, to Tagovailoa, Jalen Waddle, to Cedric Wilson, Alec Ingold, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Cox burst cross.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Cross button.
On play action. Here's Tua.
Triangle button.
Completes it to the tight end Smythe. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Play call, Cox burst, under corner post.
3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end Gesicki. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Entering play call, quick Hail Mary, quick pass, Y-stick.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Circle button.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Again with a juke. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action. Now it's Tua.
Square button.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. Down inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 43 yards. And the Dolphins add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Categories.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground with Harris.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop it for no gain.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing Jones. Quick completion to Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the draw, it's Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Inside hand. AHD ace power.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Cross button.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Categories. You have 63 option. Play type, option, run, pass. With pass, there are 6 categories. Y stick.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Cross button.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They've been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Entering play, Y stick.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Cross button.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of big grins, I think, from people and their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Tua finding Gesicki there for Dolphin first.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. First and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turned the ball over.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, baby.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll look to throw again.
It's Myers again with another catch.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw. Jones. And throw right side complete to Parker. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones setting up the screen. Harris. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw again on second down. Jones buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Here's Hill on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. Miami set to take over. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put in #1 for what we've seen this season.
From the 30 on second down. Tua, he'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Tua to throw again. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call.
Entering play call with pass error stick.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Tua setting up shop to throw again. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Tua now on first down.
R1 button.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Tua.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Circle button. Square button.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And
he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Pass. Play action. Shotgun. Standard. Quick pass. Y stick.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
There are 8 categories. Formation. There are 8 play type. There are 8 categories. Run. Pass. Quick pass. Y stick. R1 button.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Another catch there for Waddle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
R1 button.
Looking to pass. Tua. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
Sanders now to have the extra point.
That attempt is selected.
And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline.
We have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now out come the Patriots.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jones now on 1st down. This one to Bourne out on the left side.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab.
Entering play call.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Cover 1 goal is selected.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. Jones. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Miami,
they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.
Entering post-game screen, you have 5 options. Finish game is selected.